How many foam brushes do I need? Apparently, I thought quite a few. A mess of string. Hey guys, I wanted to continue my cleaning and decluttering and organization series here. I'm going to be cleaning out my craft stuff here in my office. I did an office declutter and organization a while ago, but I didn't touch the stuff in here, and I have stuff in front of me too, which I'll show you here shortly. Now it's time to go through it all, honestly. I think there's actually a lot of stuff here I want to keep. It just needs to be better organized, but there are definitely some things that I need to get rid of. I haven't looked in here for a long time. Most of this is my crafting stuff, some of it's my kids. And then I thought what I would do while I'm decluttering and organizing is kind of do like a chatty version of this kind of video, because I have a bunch of thoughts running through my head. Kind of want to chat about them with you. But first I'll kind of show you like what I'm going to be working on here on the floor, and then I'm going to be pulling out these drawers, going through them, and then these drawers aren't too bad. They need some organizing. I think most of the stuff I want to keep. I kind of went through this a little bit in my office declutter, so I don't think this is too terrible, but this is for sure. And here's what's all on the floor beside me. Okay, I think the first order of business is to kind of go through a little bit what's on the floor here. I have my tins that I bought in December when I did a thrift haul because I wanted to put some craft supplies in here, and then I never figured out what it was I wanted to put in these tins, so now's the time. And then some of my like kid craft stuff, I'm going to have to make some decisions for them and just get rid of some stuff. I have found that my kids, some of this stuff, all this stuff, they haven't touched in months and probably don't remember that it's here, but if I asked them if I could get rid of it, they might say no. And I think I'll do a like tips and tricks for decluttering kids stuff at some point. But one of the things that I found that works really awesome is to kind of like have a holding bin, where I did this a lot when one of my kids was younger. They were a pack rat and maybe still are a little bit. I would go through the room, take out some of that clutter and put it in a bin, and then store it for like a month or something and see if they ever noticed that it was gone. Most of the time they didn't notice, and then I could get rid of that stuff in there. The odd time they would be like, oh, where's this thing? And then I could magically pull it out because I found it somewhere. But for the most part they didn't miss stuff, so that's awesome. Okay, I bought a ton of bookmarks from AliExpress a while ago because I'm always losing bookmarks, and I got lazy and dumped them out of their containers, and that's made a mess for no reason. These ones are pretty cool. These are like different, they're pretty much just like flowers and backdrop. They're kind of cool. They're just plain, but constantly losing bookmarks. Okay, I went and got our little piano bench so that I could declutter this. You can kind of see what I'm doing. I can chat at the same time. Oh, where to even start? Pro tip, if you have pen pals, store lots of postage stamps, because I hate going to the post office and it's so nice to have stamps on hand. Okay, so for the chatty portion of this, I've been thinking about some things lately. There's a couple things I've been thinking about. One of them is that it's February, and every February I get a little antsy. Every February I want to change all the things. So I'm going into this keeping this in mind, that it could just be that time of year where I'm sick of winter and, sorry, my garbage bin is going to be loud. And maybe that's all it is. Maybe I just need to wait for spring and then I'll have a different outlook on things. So I'm going into it knowing that's kind of part of it. But I've been thinking about a few things. And one of them is that in the last 2 years, really, I have become a terrible friend. Just going to say that straight out. I don't know if it's fostering related, like I could have a bit of a built-in excuse. Oh, I don't have to try so hard because this is kind of our ministry right now, is fostering. I think that was definitely part of it, but part of it is just lazy. And then I think part of it too has been COVID. I mean, it's hard to be a good friend when you're on lockdown and not supposed to see people, and that definitely messes with things. So I know there's quite a few reasons behind this, but in the last couple of years I've just forgotten how to be a good friend. And it's a good time to think about it as I go through crafty stuff, because I used to like to do stuff for friends and make stuff for friends, and I haven't done anything like that in a very long time. I don't really know what I'm gonna put in this bin yet. We'll just keep going here. Too many of my bins have like the same stuff in them. Okay, I'm gonna definitely need a stamp bin and a sticker slash washi tape bin maybe. I'm just trying to stack like things together here. So one of the things that I'm doing to try to be a better friend this year is, and I have done this, where's my pile for these? Yes. I have done this a bit in the past, and then, I don't know, my follow through isn't always good. But I have tried in the past to pick a couple people to focus on each year. I wonder if this stamp even works. See if there's any ink in here. Not really. So I'm trying to do that again this year. I have picked a list of people, which is hard to do because, I mean, how do you pick people to focus on without not focusing on some people? That can be hard. But the truth is you just can't focus on everyone at the same time, because then you just end up getting overwhelmed and nothing happens. So I have chosen, I think it was like 5 people to focus on for 2022. And my thought is, you know, like message these people throughout the week. I want to try to remember either birthdays or do some kind of like Galentine's Day thing or something to let them know that I'm thinking about them, harder than just sending a text. Like, I've put a little bit more thought into it. So that's one of the things I'm doing. So far it's been a complete fail. I meant to text people last week and all of a sudden the week was over and I just hadn't. So I'm a work in progress. Bin number 2. Okay, so the friend thing is one thing I've been thinking about. The other thing I am thinking is, oh man, I store way too much stuff, but that's not really what I was going to say. But that is true. I'm taking stock of the space that I take up online. I don't want to be putting things out online just to put things out. Wow, I haven't been through this drawer in a long time. I want to not be wasting people's time. I want my channels and Instagram and those kinds of things, my blogs, to be a source of encouragement, but also, and mainly, just a place that points people to Christ. And lately, my biggest struggle with that, oh my goodness, I don't even sew. Why do I have so many pins? My biggest struggle has been, wait, are these magnetic too? Are safety pins magnetic? Fascinating. Oh, maybe these are magnetic. That makes more sense, I think. What do I know? I only have a home economics degree. Home economics education. That was my major. Yeah, it's mostly in regards to my homeschool space online, because I feel like as my kids get older, I want to share them online less and less, respect their privacy, etc. But you can't talk a whole lot about homeschooling without kind of getting into that kind of stuff. And lately, most of my focus for our homeschool has been more on the heart side of things, and not so much like head knowledge. I sent out an email to my homeschool newsletter subscribers today, kind of talking about this. I haven't sent out a newsletter since September, so I just haven't felt like I've had anything to say, and I don't want to just send out newsletters for no reason. And so I'm praying and thinking a lot as to what that space should look like. Should I just give up my homeschool website, Instagram, YouTube, etc.? I know that it's February, like I said, so I don't want to make any hasty decisions, because I might just regret it in March when life looks different. Oh my goodness, that took way too long to clean up a bunch of pins and safety pins. Number 3 done. Oh. This yarn is wrapped around so many different things. Well, I'll leave that for another bin to sort out. How many foam brushes do I need? Apparently, I thought quite a few. And same with glue stick glue. There's a problem with 2 different sizes of glue sticks. Or glue guns. Apparently at some point somebody started a project and didn't get very far. We're just gonna undo that. This is years ago. Oh, we can just pull these pins out. Score. If you guys have ever completed a knitting loom project, let me know, because I'm curious to know what a person can actually make with these things, especially if it can be like actually useful. A mess of string all stuck together here. This is a like chalk thing, you know, so like when you're a teacher and you can write on the chalkboard and not get your hands dirty. That's from my days as a teacher. I don't really need to keep that. Ooh, notebooks that I bought years ago that I had forgotten about. I like these. These are the Rifle Paper Co. and I got them from like Dollarama or something a couple years ago, and apparently promptly forgot about them. This brush has seen better days. All the bins are empty. Now you have to see the complete chaos around me. Now this is the part where it's like, where does a person even start? Too much stuff. Definitely too much stuff. Need to get rid of some. Need to figure out what we'll actually use. Mostly what's in here is paper and where we store our like pen pal letters that we've received, ink for the printers, and envelopes for sending out letters. So this isn't that bad. Maybe I will just make this my focus for the day. Wow. And I don't think I can be very chatty while I work on this part, because this is going to need all my concentration to decide what I keep and what I get rid of. This is an art journal I started forever ago. I didn't use it very much. Oh, I said if I ever wanted a tattoo, I like the words "a life poured out" are from like 2020. Oh, this was for last year's word of the year was love. I made pages for that. I haven't actually used this very much. Anyway, now I need to clean this up. Okay, I'll show you what I've done here. So I already had a bunch of stamps in here. I didn't change that. Currently these are still empty. I couldn't quite figure out what to put in there. So my top drawer is kind of adhesives. I've got my postage stamps in here, lots of washi tape, some writing utensils, and any kind of like string and ribbon kind of stuff goes in there. Then in here I have just stickers. These are all stickers. Too many stickers, but it is what it is. Lots and lots of variety. In this one I have some more stamps. So in here I have mostly my clear stamps and that kind. These have more wooden blocks. And some longer stamps in here. And then this drawer has an assortment. This is my wax seal. I have some like jewelry making supplies back there, as well as like drywall patching stuff that I use sometimes for crafting stuff. Just some variety of stuff there. Paper rounder, little bits of paper, thingamabobs for different letters, and scrapbooking and kind of mixed media journals and stuff. This is glue guns and my sewing stuff and cross stitch kind of stuff. And then this bottom drawer is the kids stuff, plus my watercolors that I never use because I'm so not artistic, but still try every now and then. And then like rainbow loom, I kind of was tempted to get rid of that, but we'll see. Just a variety of stuff that's the kids. So a lot of stuff I'm getting rid of, and this looks a lot cleaner than it was. And then I'll give you a look into here. This one is kind of a bit of a disaster because there's a bunch of different sizes of envelopes, ink. Well, that's my heat gun, and random stuff in this one. Okay, I probably could have cleaned this out. This is mostly just paper and paper cutter, stacks of paper. And then this one is, here I have my letters from my pen pals. That's my daughter's letter from her pen pals. This is going to be my bin when my current one is full. Sharpie markers, and just some homeschool papers there that I don't really use but don't want to get rid of yet. So that's not terrible. I'll save cleaning that for a different day. So that is a lot cleaner than it was before. And then in regards to the stuff that I was chatting about as I was cleaning stuff out, those are just ramblings of a friend. Nothing, no real answers, just things I'm thinking about these days, trying to be a better friend, trying to analyze what I'm doing with my life, especially now that we're currently not fostering. I feel like that was a way that we could be serving our community as a family, and that's not something we're doing now. So I'm trying to think of like, how are we filling that time? I don't want to be just filling that time with activities for myself. I mean, I do, but I don't at the same time. So I'm just trying to be intentional with my life, and that involves a lot of like analyzing why I do what I do, and should I be doing this better, and a lot of prayer and waiting for sometimes an answer, and sometimes just kind of going ahead with what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. And yeah, that kind of also includes this space and all my spaces online. I want to make sure that I'm being actually contributing, not just white noise. And so hopefully today either my ramblings have inspired you, or some of my decluttering has inspired you, and think about an area in your house that you can declutter a little bit, get a little bit out of your house, so you're not just living amongst all this stuff and being overwhelmed. I feel like when I have too much stuff, I feel like I can feel all those things weighing me down. So it feels good to get stuff off so I can focus on other things. So anyway, thanks for watching and listening to all my rambles today, guys.